Just imagine, your eyes feast upon just the item you've been longing for. Your heart races a little faster. Your interior decorator DNA is getting its groove on, and Suzanne Eblen couldn't be happier. She says that's an everyday occurrence at Lucketts.
Lucketts is a store we bought in 1996. It was an abandoned building. The rules for the firehouse, which is right across the way, was if it ever catches on fire, let it burn to the ground and save everything around it. It was an abandoned building, but it had all the bones. And I'm really about leaving them. Don't over-modernize the building. Don't put indoor-outdoor carpeting in it. Leave it alone and let all of its character show through.
And boy, does this place have character.
I've had many offers to knock Lucketts down and build a gas station there. And I'm like, but then what? Like, how do you get back? You can't get back. And I'm not like Miss Crazy history buff and this and that. I'm just about the character and the integrity of areas and saving the things that just gives people something outside of the mall.
This is the place where it happens for lovers of all things antique and vintage, treasures that time has forgotten. Stuff scattered about in a very approachable way. Wood, metal, stone, door grates, railings, mantles, old signs, layers upon layers of goodies to be discovered in the nooks and crannies around every corner. You name it, they have probably had it in their stock at one time or another. Today, it's a bicycle or a totem pole.
I've always been about things that are indicative of an era, whether it's a classic 50s chair, whether it's representative of something. And all of these things are almost like little sculptures to me. Whether it's the tone or the shape, that's what I like.
Monthly flea markets are held on the property. Thousands flock to hunt for treasures. In addition to Lucketts Store, visitors make their way over to what is called the Design House. This Victorian-era home plays host to a monthly decorator showcase. Each room in the house is painted no fewer than 4 times per year. Once in the Design House, it's hard to pick a favorite room. Suzanne and her staff mix old and new and painted and eclectic with contemporary flair. The Design House is a place where people learn and get inspired. It represents what you can do to repurpose items found in the store.
We showcase how to display a room, how to use all these pieces, how it's going to fit in your home, and we're here to answer all your questions. Millions of pieces of furniture get thrown away every year. And most of what we don't like about that furniture is the finish. We have pieces called Rescue Me pieces that we're showing you. This is a piece that has all the right bones, but we want you to rescue it.
How many of us have a mirror like this or a piece of furniture that we say, gee whiz, what could I possibly do with this? Well, Lucketts has classes that will show you how to bring new life to old things, and they just taught me how.
Chalk-based paint. The key thing is to make sure you get a little bit on your brush.
All right, just a little.
Just a little bit. Always start out a little less is more so it doesn't drip and glob up on you.
Okay.
Okay, and then what I like to do is like to start in the areas where there's lots of cracks and crevices to kind of do those first.
But there's a hole here.
That's okay, because what this paint is going to do is going to cover over it.
All right.
And there you go. And you just kind of pounce your brush.
And once the paint is dry, wax is applied.
You can see
look at that.
it come into life on the areas that normally would have taken some wear and tear.
So this other thing that you came up with was just another incredible idea. Well, it's very real estate oriented too, is you found an abandoned house and now it's a hotel.
I found one that had been abandoned for 30 years, built in 1799. It's unimaginable that that house sat for 30 years with nobody in it.
The estate is rented out for weddings, conference space, or vacationers looking for a place to relax about an hour outside of DC.
One thing I'm all about with these old houses is I don't want it to be like a museum, and I don't want it to be like a modern house. I want it to reflect an old home that's beautiful but livable. Yes.
Tell me about this bed.
This bed I got at a flea market at Lucketts.
The self-described furniture nut had a hand in all of the refinishing efforts. Techniques taught back at the store. Dry brushing, rag rolling, all painstakingly applied to give a time-worn finish to newly plastered walls.
Old wear and time would not be super consistent. So you need to make it inconsistent, because that's how it would have been.
Well, if I'm going to do it, it's probably going to be inconsistent.
Well, that's perfect then. It's perfect. And it was funny. I had a lady in here this winter, and she didn't realize I did these walls, and she was like, you know what? I would leave these walls just like they are. I wouldn't paint over them. I was like, that was the best compliment she could have given me, though.
Every room has an element of surprise. And these tables, these are
beautiful?
so unusual. Oh my goodness. Nowhere is the rustic sophistication of the retreat at Cool Springs more evident than here in the dining room. Chef Cheryl from Lucketts has prepared a farm-to-table feast especially for us. Suzanne and her talented team cherish their camaraderie, working together harmoniously in perfect orchestration. They watch pieces come in and they celebrate as people haul treasures out. They are grateful that their hard work and the thrill of the hunt keeps customers coming back for more.
When I bought Lucketts Store, it really was about a cool place on the side of the road where you think you're going to have a great find, and you do. The people are really nice to you, the music is good, everybody's kind, and that's the end of the day. That's my business model. We've had people in Paris flea markets meeting other people who were talking about Lucketts. There was one of my dealer's moms was in the Galapagos Islands and talking about her daughter to somebody on the same trip, and they both knew about Lucketts Store. It was just like, that was crazy.
In Leesburg, Virginia, for American Lifestyle TV, I'm Tanya Walker.